here's the voice of the San Francisco 49ers, Greg Papa.
I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it all the time. Greg Papa, not only is he maybe my favorite guest because I love him dearly and really look up to his work, but it also means it's Friday. It also means there's Niner football on the horizon.
Yes.
And this Niner team is a-rolling.
Yes, they are.
But, oh, boy, do they have a boulder in the path in front of them in many, many ways. Joining us right now, the voice of your 49ers, Mr. Greg Papa. Good morning.
TGIP.
Yes.
Thank God it's Papa.
Yes.
Means you're almost out for the weekend, Dave. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm saying. I love it. It's going to be pizza night tonight. Going to hang out with the kiddos. I got Sunday football coming. We got Sac State in the playoffs tonight. Kings versus Cavs. Life is great, Greg.
Pals, pizza, and Pepsi. Is that what we're doing tonight?
Yes, sir.
Is Matthew Stafford still in the NFL? By the way, how about that? How about that football game last night? Dear God.
I'm going to ask you.
How did they pull that out? How did that happen?
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked a couple other people. Jason, previous guest, you cover the sport. You are encyclopedia with the sport. You probably have no love lost for the Rams, and I don't know how you feel about Baker Mayfield, but were you able last night to suspend all your officialness and be a fan and just enjoy the magic of what happened last night?
Well, you say I have no love lost for the Rams. How about the guys in Silver Bay?
I know, yeah.
I did one or two of their games over the years. So, from a 49er purely, team 49er centric standpoint, I wanted the Rams to win the game because they're out. They're going to have the worst record of any defending Super Bowl champion in history. Although the far as runner-up goes, when the Raiders lost Super Bowl 37. The next year was horrific, and they haven't been able to climb out of it, really. And it's all kind of goes back to John Gruden and Tom Brady overseeing on Sunday. But the Raiders were 2-7. Derek Carr's crying at the podium after the Indianapolis loss. You feel bad. But then they won 3 in a row, 2 in overtime. They beat the Chargers, and they're starting to make a push where they could be in the playoff mix. And the 49ers have that. January 1st, 2023, Allegiant Stadium. 49ers at the Raiders. That's going to be fun. So I from a 49er perspective, I was kind of hoping they would be mathematically eliminated for that game because I know how that organization works. And once they're out, it starts to be a lot of finger pointing on how the year went. And but last night's game, and it also leads to Tom Brady coming in on Sunday. It's the Monday night game and the Thursday night game were incredible.
Yeah.
And they had the exact same score in the exact same scenario. How many games in the history of the NFL has had a team ahead 16-3 with 3 minutes to go? And in both times, Tom Brady on Monday, and then Baker Mayfield wearing 17 playing for the LA Rams when he just got there like 17 hours before? How the hell did this happen? So, I mean, from a Raider perspective, they've had a lot of tough losses, Dave. But last night, just an epic collapse. I know that owner is not happy with the way that ended.
Well, and that's what makes sports so great, Greg, obviously. And I think if we tie it back now to the Niners, they're in a little bit of a situation, too, where Mr. Irrelevant has to be called upon. Played well last week. Now he's the franchise quarterback. Brock Purdy's leading the show. How do you think he'll do now with a full week of prep, knowing that he's got a big task ahead of him as the quarterback to lead this team?
Well, that's a great point. The fact that he's got a full week of prep, I think he just got thrown into the fray. Jimmy just gets hurt. There's a card coming out. It's like, what happened? I didn't even know it's that bad. He's getting carted off, going in for x-rays. God. But all of a sudden you're in, and he somehow gets a PI on that first third down, the first drive. He hits use check, touchdown, and then he settles in. Jason, he threw the ball 37 times last game. 37. And he missed the first drive. So had he played the entire game, he would have been up over 40 throws. And he made big-time throws on third down, the 3rd and 10 to Kittle when he got a full frontal blitz from their linebacker Jalen Phillips. How about when they went 3rd and 1 and they went empty? And I'm like, they really trust this guy. You're not going to put him back to the side at all. So he played great. But now he's the guy. And he's game planning all week. He's the first guy. He's QB1. He's not QB3 or QB2. He's QB1. You're starting at the Todd Bowles defense. And, oh, by the way, the GOAT's the other quarterback. I mean, it's all there. I thought he was a little nervous Wednesday on the practice field. He was sailing some throws. He looked a little tight. I thought he was better yesterday. I think he'll be fine. There were throws that he missed on Sunday against Miami, Jason, where he was just pure adrenaline. A couple to the sideline, the one to Ayuk right before he hit Kittle on third down on the 3rd and 10. He just sailed that right into the 49ers sideline. So I think he'll settle down. But preparing and getting the first team reps with the starters all week will help him. But the other side of it, Tampa Bay knows he's playing. He's not like, let's spend 10% of our time on the backup quarterback. They're spending 100% of their time on this guy. And Todd Bowles is known as a very aggressive blitzer. They got a big defense. Their corners are big. Their nose tackle, Vita Vea, is huge. They got fast linebackers. This defense is better than Miami's defense. So the fact that they'll have all week to game plan for him, now we're going to find out how he can do.
Greg Papa with us. The last time Tom Brady was in San Francisco, the one time he was in San Francisco, we were going over this earlier, 30-17, the 8-2 Patriots beat the 1-9 Niners. And even better than that, the leading receiver for the 49ers was Vance McDonald, followed by Sean Drawn and Garrett Selleck. Different world now. I want to ask you about Brock Purdy because you mentioned the week and we talked a lot about his physical attributes, and I think you know what I mean when I say what I'm about to say. Does he strike you as a type of person, Brock, that has the ability to be, I always call it dumb and naive, and that's not an IQ thing. It's when you're there in the spotlight and you're just young and dumb enough to not care about it and just go out there and play football. Does he strike you as the type of guy that has the mental fortitude to get past Brady and those big Levi Stadium lights?
Well, I know what you're saying because he's a rookie, but I would not call this young man dumb and naive in any regard. He doesn't act like a rookie. In some regards, he's the perfect rookie in that you never hear him. He's so respectful. He sits back with us, me and Tim Ryan, back in the third level of the airplane. He sat there during preseason. And he's the kind he sits right in the seat in front of me. I don't think he ever once reclined his seat. And if he did, I may have been tired and he may have asked me if he could do it. He was one of those guys. He's a quiet guy. He's studious. He's respectful. And then even after he made the team. This was when we had 90 guys on the roster and he got so many guys and he's Mr. Irrelevant, but when he made the team, and he's still sitting back with us. And I said, why aren't you up in front with Jimmy and Trey? And he said, this is who I am. And it's just kind of a little bit of a statement. I think in a lot of regards, he's the perfect rookie in that he's respectful. He knows his place. But when it's time to get in the meeting room and get in the huddle, and you've heard the Trent Williams stories where Trent, he tells guys, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm talking. He said that to Kittle the other day. Or Kittle told the story. They all kind of laughed, like, be quiet, the quarterback's talking. So he's not dumb. He is not naive. Yeah. He's one of those 22-year-olds that has been acting like he's been doing it for 10 years. He's like a rookie with a 10-year resume. He's unflappable. He'll be nervous. Everybody gets nervous. It's new to him. This is the NFL. It's not the Big 12. But he made 47 starts in college. He threw for over 12,000 yards and he threw 1,400 passes in college. I think he's prepared for this, but the story's amazing. But I will just say, Tom Brady, he played at Michigan. It wasn't Iowa State, but Iowa State's a good program. But Tom, he was not the last pick in the draft, but he was the last pick of the first, of the 100s. He went 199. So what's the difference between 199 and 262? I know it's 63 picks, but in the grand scheme, people question whether Brady could play. And now he's thrown for over 100,000 yards. I mean, I can't even believe that number. Like, what? 100,000 yards? What do you play 50 years and throw for 2,000 yards a year? Or do you play for 20 years and throw for 5,000 yards? I mean, it's just unbelievable. So anyway, I have full confidence in him, Dave. If you were around him, you'd see it.
Yeah.
He's not dumb and naive. He's not that guy at all.
Good.
He's just one of those guys. Now we'll see how he plays. He's got to go play. But I think the organization has full confidence in him, and they have from the very beginning. And he is decisive. He is accurate with the ball, and he's sneaky athletic. I saw his 4.84 time coming out of college, and I thought, how athletic is he? He made some plays to get out away from the pass rush on Sunday. One time rolling to his right to get it to Debo over the top on a third down. Once to avoid a big sack. Right, he rolled out left to get the ball to McCaffrey to set up a shorter down and distance on the next down. So I think everybody in the building has full confidence that this team can win with this guy.
I'm so excited for this game this Sunday. We're all rooting for Brock Purdy and those San Francisco 49ers against the best to ever do it. Tom Brady, and the best to ever do it, or one of them, sure, is going to be in the booth calling that game for everybody as well. Our good friend Greg Papa. We will see you or talk to you in a week, hopefully with yet another Niner victory.
TGIP. So when you watch the game on Sunday, order a pizza, get some Pepsis in.
Yes, sir.
And Papa will be your pal.
Yes.
On the radio, and it's pals, Pepsi, and pizza. Is he still in the league? The Super Bowl MVP, or Cooper Kupp was?
Right? Yeah.
Stafford's still in the league. I haven't noticed.
Just seeing action.
Have a great call, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care, Jason.
Take care. That's it, Greg Papa.